Last week, I promised a update over the weekend, so I'm recording this on Sunday. You might see it on SoundCloud on maybe later today, but you might see it on YouTube possibly only tomorrow because the team will take a little time publishing it over there. और कोशिश ये भी करूँगा कि बीच बीच में हिंदी में बोलूँ, बट पूरा हिंदी में बोलने का वचन नहीं कर सकता. बट कई लोगों ने इस बारे में, इस विषय पे अपने व्यूज़ ज़रूर उठाए हैं और मुझे बोला है कि हिंदी में ज़रूर थोड़ा बोलिए. तो ये जो विषय है वो थोड़ा ऐसा है कि काफ़ी डीप हो जाता है, इसलिए कुछ जो शब्द हैं वो अंग्रेज़ी में बोलना आसान पड़ता है और फिर उसको समझाना भी आसान पड़ता है, इसलिए मैं हमेशा हिंदी में नहीं आता हूँ. सो लेट मी एटलीस्ट स्टार्ट overall as to where we are and what happened and what I was thinking. Like in the last podcast, what I was thinking is markets continue to fall into Donald Trump's election win, but probably recover after that. So 4th of November was sort of a turn date for me in my mind, and we did see a slight turn, at least as far as global markets are concerned. But Indian markets have surprised because वो 2 दिन का ही बाउंस आया निफ्टी में और 2 दिन में 20-day मूविंग एवरेज को छूते ही वापस गिरने लगा और पिछले 5 दिनों से 6 दिनों से लगातार गिरता जा रहा है. तो ये जो लगातार गिरावट हम लोग निफ्टी में देख रहे हैं, ये कहाँ तक जाके रुकेगी, इसका अनुमान लगाना थोड़ा मुश्किल है. इट्स हार्ड टू से वेयर द निफ्टी विल स्टॉप. व्हाट वी कैन से इज द डायरेक्शन इज स्टिल डाउन. इट मे नॉट बी कंप्लीट. द निफ्टी इज फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम ब्रोकन बिलो एंड क्लोज्ड बिलो द 40-week मूविंग एवरेज. दूसरे जो इंडेक्सेस हैं उन्होंने 40-day एवरेज के नीचे अपना बंद नहीं दिया है वीकली चार्ट्स पे, बट निफ्टी ने इस बार दे दिया है. दूसरा, बैंक निफ्टी ने इस हफ्ते अपना जो रेंज था, जो एक साइडवेज रेंज में चलता जा रहा था, जबकि निफ्टी गिर रहा था, बैंक निफ्टी नहीं गिर रहा था, इस हफ्ते जाके अंत में लास्ट 2 दिनों में बैंक निफ्टी ने अपना नीचे का रेंज जो है तोड़ दिया. सो बैंक निफ्टी स्टार्टेड मेकिंग लोअर लोज दिस वीक इन व्हाट वी आर कॉलिंग एज वेव सी ऑफ दिस करेक्शन, whereas Nifty for the first time may be making its first impulsive decline. Now what do we mean by impulsive? Now see, this is something I cannot say in Hindi. Impulsive को हिंदी में मैं कुछ और ही बोल दूंगा, उसका मतलब कुछ और होगा, but the word impulse was really used in Elliott wave language to define a 5-wave decline. Now why is 5 waves important? जब भाव 5 वेव या 5 वेव्स में ऊपर जाता है या 5 वेव्स में नीचे जाता है, वो हमें बताता है कि जो ज़्यादातर जो बड़ा ट्रेंड है, जो ओवरऑल ट्रेंड है, वो किस डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है. और इसका महत्व बढ़ता है जब ये 5 वेव मूवमेंट जो है बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट टॉप या बॉटम से बनता है. मतलब आप सोचिए कि अगर बाजार गिरता जा रहा है और वहाँ से घूम के 5 वेव ऊपर आता है, तो इसका जो सिग्नल है, जो हमें 5 वेव का मूवमेंट दिखता है, एक लगातार एक तरफ बाजार गिरने के बाद अगर ऊपर की तरफ 5 वेव दिखता है, तो ये मतलब है कि जो ओवरऑल ट्रेंड है वो डाउन से अप टर्न हो रहा है. अब ये मैंने क्यों बताया, क्योंकि पिछले कई महीनों से 1-1.5 साल से जो बाजार चल रहा था मार्च 2023 से, ओके, सो फ्रॉम मार्च 2023 द मार्केट हैज़ बीन राइजिंग कंटिन्यूसली ऑल द वे टू द टॉप ऑफ October 2024. Now this is very interesting because in terms of time, it's very similar to what happened in the first phase, right? When COVID bottom hit in March of 2020, exactly 18 months later in October of 2021, the market topped out and then kept falling for the last, or went into a consolidation zone for the next, almost 12 months or more. In fact, you could say from October of 21 till March of 23, we have called it a consolidation zone. So you can actually say you had an 18-month consolidation zone also following that. And then you have another 18-month up leg, so from March 23 to October 24 again. So it looks like this time cycle between these two dates is sort of playing a ping pong. And we have reached the point where we made another top in October of 2024, 18 months later. Now, why did I highlight the 5-wave pattern? Because from this top in October 2024, ये जो अभी टॉप बना है, और अक्टूबर बोल रहा हूँ मतलब एंड ऑफ सितंबर स्टार्ट ऑफ अक्टूबर, उसी के बीच में करीब 30 सितंबर का या कब का हाई बना है, वहाँ से पूरे अक्टूबर में जो गिर रहा है बाजार, ये धीरे धीरे एक 5-wave फॉल की तरह बनता जा रहा है. इनफैक्ट वीकली चार्ट्स पे कई सेक्टर इंडाइसेस पे 5-wave फॉल दिखने लग गया है. सिर्फ निफ्टी पे बन तो गया है, बट एक कुछ थोड़े बहुत जो अप डाउन स्विंग्स हैं वो बन के वो परफेक्ट जो लुक है अगर हमें मिल जाता है, इसका महत्व ये होगा और इसका जो मतलब है, द मीनिंग दैट वी विल ड्रॉ फ्रॉम अ 5-wave डिक्लाइन फ्रॉम एन ऑल टाइम हाई इज दैट द ट्रेंड एट अ लार्जर डिग्री हैज चेंज्ड फ्रॉम अप टू डाउन. especially because this 5-wave fall is not a small degree 200-300 point drop, but it is a larger degree 500,000 point drop that is actually happening. And when you get such a big degree drop, then what you're really saying is that you might be looking at a bigger degree reversal as well. So this is a very, very important observation at this point of time, that we are getting a 5-wave move on the way down from a major peak, and not just in Nifty, in various sector indices that I've discussed in great detail on the Weekend with India charts. So if you really don't know what is Weekend with India charts, it's our weekly discussion on markets that we do on India Charts Insiders Club. Insiders Club is a subscription on indiacharts.com. Costs around 900 per month if you're not aware. And we do daily updates on Nifty, Bank Nifty, and various things, various markets on an Elliott wave basis. And I record this entire session on Saturdays, explaining various of these charts, where they are heading, what is happening. So insightful if you really like to listen to that discussion. And if you want to know what it's really like, we've made this week's episode number 171, absolutely free. That's right. We started doing this since March 2021, and we've been doing it ever since. So it's several years now into going. That's why it's episode 171. And you can watch it on YouTube, because the entire recording is now available over there and easy to watch. We also been, so today is the last day also of the Insiders Club running this discount, which we started on Diwali, and we haven't really increased the prices. So if you subscribe to it for the 1-year, 2-year plans, you get a significant cut in terms of the actual price. Okay, so look at it, consider it. The details are on Twitter, and the pricing is reduced by 20, 30, 40% from the base price, but the general rate, we've reduced it 25% from the general 1-year, 2-year rates that are always there. They will go up from tomorrow back to the normal rate. So just wanted to highlight that if you're interested. So that's about India Charts Insiders. And second is a lot of data points that I'm going to talk about now come from Strike, which is our data analytics platform, where you can do your own analysis. So whatever I talk about, whatever I teach you, if you want to look at those data every day and understand it, you go to web.strike.money, and on web.strike.money you simply start using it with a 7-day trial, and then you can continue using the features. It's full of all data points are charticled, which means you can see it in chart, zoom in, zoom out, go to check history and so on. And that's the beauty of it, whether it's technical data, fundamental data, derivative data, every data has a visual framework so that you can scan and do analysis and know when what happened. So that is the thing on which so next Sunday's webinar you should actually be able to check out the entire session, because what we do in the Sunday webinars is we actually explain the features and all in detail. So if you really want to learn and do some Q&A with our experts, the Sunday webinars are the best way to do it for Strike. So now I'm going to refer to a couple of data points that are important, because सबसे पहले जो सवाल आएगा लोगों का कि ये डेटा तो हमने देख लिया, इसको हम लोग कौन सा डेटा इसमें इम्पॉर्टेंट है, क्या क्या चीज़ें देखो. ऐसे हैं बहुत सारी चीज़ें, बट कुछ जो मुझे भाती हैं उनके बारे में बात करूँगा. और जैसे मैंने बताया, इंडिया चार्ट्स इनसाइडर्स को भी आप कंसिडर करें, क्योंकि डीप डिस्काउंट पे है, बट ज़रूर सब कुछ मैं वहाँ अभी इंग्लिश में पब्लिश करता हूँ. सो इफ़ यू आर लुकिंग फॉर रीडिंग इन हिंदी, देन दैट ऑफ कोर्स इज़ नॉट अवेलेबल. So what are the data points? Is this market oversold? Is it done with the sell-off? Are we too late in this fall? अभी जिस तरह ये पैटर्न डेवलप हो रहा है, जैसे मैंने बोला कि बैंक निफ्टी has just broken its entire range this week only, which means that we are actually headed lower on bank nifty, and there is actually no sign that it's done with the sell-off. So then it's not possible that the nifty stops over here, right? That is the first thought. And then is it oversold? So if I look at a Nifty RSI at 30, it may look like, oh, it's getting close to oversold. But if I look at a Bank Nifty RSI, which is still not there, it is not oversold. Then if I look at certain indicators, like for example, if I say, okay, how many stocks are below the 20-day moving average, it might look oversold. But if I start looking at something wider, if I look at what is the extent of FII shorts in the system, this is a completely different number, right? I call these sentiment indicators कि सब लोग मंदी में, कि सब लोग तेजी में. तो शॉर्ट पोजीशन कितना बिल्ड हो गया है. तो ये जो शॉर्ट पोजीशन बिल्ड हुआ है तो काफ़ी समय से, पिछले 1-1.5 महीने से शॉर्ट बिल्ड हो रहा है, बट ये एक्सट्रीम तक नहीं पहुंचा था. मतलब जो फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर्स ने पिछले जो 2-3 इंपॉर्टेंट बॉटम्स पे शॉर्ट पोजीशन बिल्ड किए थे, करीब आई थिंक 3 लाख या 3 लाख के ऊपर तो बिल्ड ही हो गए थे, 3 लाख 50,000 तक चला जाता है आंकड़ा। तो उस रेंज तक अभी तक आया नहीं था। कल का जो डेटा है जो हमें दिख रहा है, इस डेटा में हमें दिख रहा है कि एफआई का पोजीशन करीब 2,91,000 तक पहुंचा है। सो वी गेटिंग क्लोज टू दैट 3 लाख नंबर। और थोड़ा और अगर बाजार यहाँ से गिरता है तो फिर शॉर्ट जो है एक्सेस जोन में धीरे धीरे आने लगेंगे। तो एक्सेस जोन में आने का महत्व ये है कि व्हेन people become extremely short and widely short, and we are saying this is a 5-wave decline, somewhere the 5 waves will complete, right? And at that point of time you'll get a bounce back, and the short position helps in that bounce back because you get short covering, right? Everybody now knows about these words. मुझे ये तो नहीं बताना पड़ेगा कि short और short covering क्या होता है। लोग बेचते हैं, जब उनके पास पोजीशन नहीं होता उसको बोलते हैं short, और short covering ये होता है कि अगर बहुत ज़्यादा लोगों ने short किया और भाव गिर गिर के ओवरसोल्ड हो गया, वहाँ पे सब शॉर्ट वालों को अपना माल काटना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि उनके पास माल बेचने को तो था नहीं, उन्होंने ऐसे ही बेच दिया। तो काटने जब आते हैं तो वो भाव बढ़ने लगते हैं, लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ बाइंग टेक्स प्लेस, एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड शॉर्ट कवरिंग रैली। तो ऐसा एक बाउंस आएगा ज़रूर, बट वहाँ तक हम पहुँचे नहीं हैं। इसलिए ये भी बोलना कि मीडियम टर्म में ओवरसोल्ड हुआ है क्या बाजार, इट्स क्वाइट डिफिकल्ट। ओके, वी आर गेटिंग देयर बट वी आर नॉट येट देयर। सो मंजिल अभी थोड़ी सी और दूर है, एंड दैट इज वेयर द नेक्स्ट वीक इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी वेरी क्रिटिकल on two fronts. One is knowing whether we have reached that extreme zone, and second is, like I said, we want that perfect 5-wave decline. तो फिफ्थ वेव में आ जरूर गए हैं, बट उसके भी जो इंटरनल सब डिविजन है उसमें भी 1 2 3 4 5 ढूंढ रहे हैं। वो पूरी तरह अगर एक बार बन जाता है तो इट टेल्स अस अ लॉट अबाउट द मार्केट गोइंग फॉरवर्ड। किस तरह वो आगे आगे गिरेगा बढ़ेगा, क्या पैटर्न्स बनेंगे, वो सब एक क्लैरिटी आ जाती है। पिछले 6-12 जो महीने हैं आगे के जो आने वाले हैं, उनके बारे में फोरकास्ट करना थोड़ा आसान हो जाता है जब एक स्ट्रक्चर मिल जाता है मार्केट में कि हाँ ये इस तरह स्ट्रक्चर है तो ऐसे ऐसे बिहेव करेगा। तो वो चीज़ हम लोग को शायद पिछले अगले हफ्ते में समझ में आने लगे, एंड दैट विल हेल्प अस हैव अ बेटर आइडिया ऑफ वेयर द मार्केट इज इन द ओवरऑल ट्रेंड। ओके, एंड साइमल्टेनियसली अगर ये सेलिंग में वी ऑल्सो वांट समथिंग नोन एज अ सेलिंग क्लाइमैक्स। सेलिंग क्लाइमैक्स ये होता है कि when the fall is occurring, like right now the fall is occurring every day and we are looking at the volume bars are not very very big, but in the final stage of selling people panic, and panic selling causes volumes to jump. So both buyers and sellers come in at a certain point of time, and that causes a volume to go up, and that is called a selling climax. That is not visible anywhere on the chart. So for some reason in this fall so far there are very little volumes. Now people can blame different things. Some of them may say, yeah, because your weekly FNO expiry is gone, that has affected volume. So that is one of the feedback that I'm getting, that end of various weekly expiries is partly responsible. To some extent it may be, and to some extent it may also be responsible for not getting those regular bounces, because when you have weekly options and the weekly people are selling, buying, covering their positions, it was causing a lot of up and down movements. Now that is sort of stopped happening. The good part is you're getting a trending move even though it's on the way down. And traders like myself sometimes like trending moves, because you like a one-way move down and a one-way move up. उसमें आसानी से आप एक तरफ रह सकते हो बाजार के, and when you get a lot of zigzag movements it becomes harder to interpret and harder to trade. So in that sense the trending move on the way down is a pretty good outcome. I am frankly always been against this weekly option story. So now that it's significantly reduced, in fact I'm also happy that Bank Nifty is out of it. Nifty is at least a stable index, which has 50 stocks. Bank Nifty with 12 stocks was a completely messed up index. It should never have been created. So anyway, that is my opinion versus the rest of the world. But that is how I think about it. So I'm happy that's gone. That's one part of the noise out of the market. And they should seriously look at why they created this Bank Nifty index, which is so skewed and highly weighted in few stocks. I mean, why does NSE do such things? They're the smartest people, best technology, etc. in the market. Why would they create an index which is illogical? No idea. So anyway, that's my feedback to NSE. Hopefully they consider it, and actually they won't, because they don't consider anybody's opinions. But what the heck? What gives in giving an opinion from a technical analyst? In fact, for years they did not have charts. So this is a second complaint which is now taken care of after almost, 2 decades. They took to actually give you overnight gaps in their charts. I'm sure some FII must have complained, or somebody at a level enough to tell them that, bhai, badlo apna tarika, because they were not listening. Right, so they don't listen. Overnight gaps were missing. So if you wanted to actually look at gaps and look for, morning gaps, evening gaps, runaway gaps, what are all those gap patterns that we get? You had to look at Sensex. You could never look at Nifty. So by introducing gaps, at least the Nifty chart became more readable from a technical analyst point of view. So it's unfortunate they were taking the opening price of the day for Nifty based on the last day's closing price plus some variation, which hardly gives you much of a change from open to close, and therefore the gaps were forcibly by formula taken away from the market. I mean, just imagine, why would you have a formula for the opening price? So that was the extent of illogicness in the way the opening price of Nifty was calculated for more than 15-20 years. I don't know how long, at least 15 years. I think 20, so 2 decades. So now you finally do have gaps, and the same way you create something like Bank Nifty illogical index with 12 stocks. I mean, I haven't heard of that anywhere in the world unless I haven't been around enough, but it doesn't make sense. So anyway, it does exist. But I do like the private bank index. I've written a post about the private bank index today on India Charts, and I published, I think, one chart on Twitter as well last week. So it's very interesting because the price pattern is much more clearer and much more inside these two trend lines than for the Bank Nifty, which keeps breaking out upside or downside and spoiling the pattern. So maybe the Nifty private bank index is a better one if you want to study banking as a sector. And that is my understanding of where we are on that today. So net, what am I saying is that the market is still in downtrend. Unfortunately, did not bottom with the Trump trade. And what we have seen this week is that the Trump trade also started to come to a close. So what is the Trump trade? Trump trade was, typically pre-US elections, markets fall and then they rally afterwards. And we saw very much something close to that in the US, but US actually held on longer till late October, sold off only a little bit in the end, and then rallied again. So it did not give you the meaningful dip we've seen in the last 3 elections. But after the elections, it's always rallied, and it did so this time as well until this week. This week, you actually saw most US indices fall, and in fact, gapped down on Friday, closing probably down for the week. And that was something new. Is this a sign that the US short-term sell-off is over? It's a very important question because what has accompanied this US rally has been a rising dollar, मतलब dollar index में बढ़ावट, बॉन्ड यील्ड्स मतलब ब्याज दरों में बढ़ावट, और ये दोनों चीज़ जब एक साथ हो रही हैं तो ये बाजारों के लिए अच्छा नहीं है. बट यूएस का बाजार इसके साथ साथ भी ऊपर जा रहा था, तो इट वाज स्लाइटली अनयूजुअल. ये भी चल रहा है, गोल्ड भी चल रहा है, बिटकॉइन भी सब कुछ चल रहा है, बट पूरी दुनिया में बिकवाली है. पूरी दुनिया मतलब एशियन मार्केट्स भी डाउन हो रहे थे, उसमें सबसे ज़्यादा तो भारतीय बाजार गिरा है. और इसके अलावा जो यूरोपियन मार्केट्स है वहाँ पे भी धीरे धीरे सेलिंग ज़रूर हर दिन दिख रही थी. सबसे ज़्यादा हमने ब्रिटेन में देखी है, द FTSE इंडेक्स, FTSE जो इंडेक्स है ब्रिटेन का, वो सबसे ज़्यादा गिरा है. डैक्स कैक में कम गिरावट आई उसमें काफ़ी, बट वॉलेटिलिटी हर दिन 1-2% अप डाउन मूवमेंट्स हैव बीन देयर, बट दे हैव बीन स्लाइटली ट्रेंडिंग डाउन. बहुत शार्प गिरावट नहीं देखी गई. बट फ्रेंच मार्केट ने कहीं ना कहीं अपने लोज तोड़े, तो वो भी ऐसा लग रहा है कि शायद नया एक दौर नीचे का शुरू कर सकता है. तो ऐसे रिस्क्स दिख रहे हैं. बट यूएस का बाजार जो है ऊपर चलता जा रहा था, अब इस हफ्ते उसने भी गिव अप किया है, क्योंकि ट्रम्प ट्रेड में ऐसा हो रहा है कि सब लोग थोड़ा बहुत डर गए हैं कि ये करने जो वाला है ये कहीं ना कहीं ग्लोबल ट्रेड पे इम्पैक्ट करेगा, एंड दैट कैन अफेक्ट ग्लोबल ग्रोथ. सामने खुद अगर यूएस अपनी स्पेंडिंग कैपेसिटी बढ़ाएगा तो उसको ट्रेजरी को ज़्यादा बोरोइंग करनी पड़ेगी, राइट. और वो अगर ज़्यादा बोरोइंग करेगी तो बॉन्ड यील्ड बढ़ जाएंगे, तो बॉन्ड मार्केट भी गिर रहा है. तो इसका इम्पैक्ट इक्विटीज़ पे आ नहीं रहा था और अब जाके आया है. तो इसका क्या ये मतलब है कि अब सब बाज़ारों में तकलीफ है? लॉजिकली तो ऐसा ही होना चाहिए. अगर आप डॉलर और बॉन्ड यील्ड को बढ़ा रहे हो तो हर बाज़ार पे असर आना ही था. बट शॉर्ट टर्म में इलेक्शन के होते हुए डोनाल्ड ट्रंप के नाम पे यूएस में हमने एक शॉर्ट टर्म रैली ज़रूर देखी इलेक्शंस के बाद. But that rally seems to have come to an end. Now, unless you actually see fresh momentum pick up in the US, it looks like the world is going to remain volatile in a risk-off mode till probably Jan-Feb when he takes oath. मतलब जब तक डोनाल्ड ट्रंप वापस पावर में आए, एक्चुअली पता चले कि जो उन्होंने बोला है वो कर रहे हैं, नहीं कर रहे हैं, कितना कर पा रहे हैं, कितना नेगोशिएट कर रहे हैं दूसरों के साथ, और क्या एक्चुअल इम्पैक्ट होगा, तब तक आई थिंक यू हैव क्रिएटेड अ सेंस ऑफ अनसर्टेनिटी इन मार्केट्स. नथिंग न्यू. In his past regime also, Donald Trump used to make these statements every time and then and create volatility in markets. But this time around, he said a lot more even before the actual elections, which is sort of scaring the market. The only thing which last time worked for the market's favor were tax cuts. He's also promised tax cuts this time. But all the other things he's talking about are appearing like things which can hurt global growth. So that's a tricky part. Until we get clarity on that, markets will remain uncertain till probably Jan or Feb. So this is the fear, I think, that is driving people's thinking. And that is why we'll need to be a little more careful in our own market, in the Indian stock market, because global trends are not favorable. Various trends are not favorable. And on the other hand, the Indian trend of earnings growth has tapered. Just 1 year ago, Nifty में जो earnings growth था वो 28% का था, स्मॉल कैप इंडेक्स में करीब 60-70% का था. वो घटते घटते स्मॉल कैप मिड कैप का 30% तक आ गया, निफ्टी का करीब 12% तक पिछले क्वार्टर में, और ये क्वार्टर शायद उससे भी बुरा होता हुआ लग रहा है. I want to see the final numbers. Eventually, we will put these numbers on a real-time basis on the Strike platform so that you can see it. But till I actually see some published data, it looks like earnings growth जो इस क्वार्टर के आने वाले हैं वो इतनी अच्छी नहीं आने वाले हैं. तो if earnings growth is continuing to be slow और जो forecast भी है मार्च तक वो बहुत बढ़िया नहीं है, तो then the Indian equity market doesn't have much to ride on. अगर earnings growth नहीं है तो बाजार इन levels पे, इन valuations पे कब तक ठहर के रहेगा. So that is why you are likely to get a correction due to that one domestic reason that you don't have growth. And then apart from that, if you create all these global headwinds, then it is not exactly helping the scenario. So what we are going to be watching out for in the coming week is the potential for that 5-wave decline confirmation of the bigger degree bear market unfolding. And once we get that, surely at some point of time, we will look for a sharp bounce also in the markets because it gets oversold. But we don't have those extreme oversold signals yet. Although some short-term oversold readings have come from time to time, they have not given us more than a 1 or 2 day bounce. मतलब 1 या 2 दिन के लिए बाजार चलता है ओवरसोल्ड से और फिर गिर जाता है. So you are going to need some medium term indicators, not just short term indicators, before you can say कि हाँ यहाँ पे अब जाके एक ऐसा समय बना है, एक लेवल बना है जहाँ से बाजार वापस उठ सकता है, चल सकता है. और जो तेजोड़ियों हैं, जो तेजी करने का मानते हैं, उनके लिए कोई अच्छा सा ट्रेड बन सकता है. बट इट माइट ओनली, my sense, only end up being a nice trade at that point of time. We may not go back to new all-time highs. Like I said, we will confirm that by the end of the week. So look forward to the next update that we do have a 5-wave decline, but we are already seeing that in various weekly charts, and in fact even on the weekly chart of the Nifty 500. So the fear of the setup is already there, and the setup is unfolding. And I've written about a couple of sector charts today, but there are many more which are in that front. So do end up going and trying out the India Charts Insiders plan. And like I said, the 1 and 2 year plans, I had throw away levels that we have not given them before. So you have an opportunity to take advantage of that and become part of the India Charts family. So that's it. Try out Strike also, web.strike.money. Data analytics like never before. And I'll see you all next time on the next webinar. Thank you.